work things out. The sun will
Make
shine.
things right.
The sun will shine if you we work this out. If we all come together, we can work things out.
Wow.
Sure, gang, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am YouTuber, and this is Men Like Lego, you know, Men Like Cat. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Comment, share, all that good stuff. So today I thought that we would just speak about, well, I mean this video is like about me, but like, you know, might as well have a fitness guru here. Duh. Just about the challenges I've had with my body and like with fitness and the reasons as to why like I struggle to get into it. First of all, if you need anything fitness related, please do head over to Katlaho's Instagram. Yeah, so Kat has been on a fitness journey for however long she'll get into. Well, actually, yeah, you can actually tell us how long you've been doing your thing for.
Yeah. Oh, now. Yeah. So I've always, like I think both of us, like I've always been into sports, and so it's always been part of my life, and I have a very health conscious and fitness conscious sort of family, both parents, and so yeah, so I think my own personal one, I'd say I've been on it for about 3 years.
Yeah.
Plus minus, on and off. I've had my struggles. We all do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so on and off, I think I'd say 3 years, 2.5 years. So, but yeah, but the gym has always been like a part of my life.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like I was mad active in primary school and high school. I'm really big on sports, and I'm starting to realize that when sports were taken away and it was just purely me in the gym, like that's when things really got shaky, because I just enjoy sports so much more and I'm not aware of the fact that I'm exercising.
Exactly.
So it feels easier. So I like first year played, no, I started playing, I didn't play any sports in first year. Played netball in second year.
It's the second year?
Yeah, because I lived not at the top, at the bottom. And yeah, ever since I've just been like struggling with my weight, but I've come to realize that the reason I'm struggling is because like I have some sort of PTSD when it comes to my weight, just because someone said something on Twitter that stuck out to me. They said that it is so crazy that when we look back at old photos of ourselves now, we're like, oh my goodness, I was in the shape of my life. Like I was looking so good. But at the time,
you're like,
you're literally, I remember just picking apart at my body, and I would do anything for that right now. Yeah. So the first thing I'm trying to do is obviously just make peace with where I'm at. I personally don't like where I'm at, but I don't hate my body, and I think there's a difference. Me not liking it means that I can go forward and make a change. But like the PTSD comes in, like I just feel like as women, we're often told people tell us what our body should look like. And I experienced that a lot in high school. I've mentioned this before. I played with tall, white, skinny girls. Actually, I went to a predominantly white school, and like most of the girls were small. So as a black girl, if you were just bigger than them, it was just, you know.
You're not even big.
You're not even big. Just the fact that you were bigger was like a, And then obviously I kept to varsity, and then curves were like praised, and I felt like I didn't have that. Then I gained weight. So yeah, I think I'm in a healthy place with my weight now, just because I may not like it, but it's like I still love my body in any shape that it's in. I have been struggling to get into shape.
That's why I think struggle so much with this whole term of body goals. And I think we've had this conversation before, the whole, because you see one type of body everywhere, and people use that as their aspiration and their goal, but you need to take into consideration that everybody is different. I'm not built to have a small waist, like with a voluptuous bum, and like, do you know what I mean? That's not how I'm built, and I'm not going to
Actually, sorry, Kat and I always say this. We always just sit in the corner and be like, we have athletic folks. Like the whole time we'd be like, Chobi, athletic.
It's okay. Maskena, yoking down, because you know,
athletes. End of the day.
And honestly, this also goes out to like women that have athletic shapes, and I think it shows when people start. And I'm not hating on this, but for me personally, I've seen in terms of things like waist training, and we all went through that phase. There was a time when I also tried to weigh, and I cannot breathe. You know what I mean? So we aspire to this one type of body instead of, and my dad said something so important to me, that work with what you have. And the minute you appreciate what you have, you see the beauty in that. And That's why also the whole thing of, I think one thing for me, I've always wanted to put my fitness journey out there, but I've always been like, no, but you don't have the 6-pack yet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not as toned as you'd like to be and things like that. And that internal war with myself held me back from doing what I love.
Yeah.
And I really want to, and I mean, putting my fitness journey out there, I want people to be happy with who they are.
Yeah.
So work with what you have and love it. Like,
I think I'm the opposite. Like, I completely understand why you've been very vocal about it. And the reasons as to why you weren't vocal, the reasons as to why I'm not.
Yeah.
Not because like I'm not toned enough, just because weight is such a sensitive topic.
It is.
For most women, that like I would rather just tackle it by myself. You know?
Yeah.
I'd rather put in the work, not really show anything. If you notice, you notice. If you don't, you don't. As long as I'm feeling good. So I almost feel like I'm protecting myself from the opinions of others, because unfortunately, when you do post that you're gymming, people are unrealistic.
Yeah.
And people, guys, you know,
Yeah.
Hori, you have to gym over some time to see a difference. But as soon as you put it out there, people are almost like watching for you to like have a burger and come down your throat, or for them not to see a difference. And I don't need that pressure, just because I feel like there's enough pressure that was put on me and that I put on myself. So hasta la vista to that. But
I also emphasize so much so, and I think we've all been through the phase where we like want to try these diets, I remember there was a time when I tried this 10-day what thing. I think we did it together. You have like some cottage cheese and a slice of toast.
Yeah, no, we didn't. You tried.
We tried.
No, friend, you tried to tell me about it.
We tried it, friend.
I
We went
didn't
to
have
put
cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese, friend. We were in second year. We did it
Cottage
together.
cheese.
What 10 days, friend? It was that thing where you have toast and like a boiled
Friend,
egg.
I hate toast. Why would I agree to this? It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
But you know what? Maybe I agreed in the moment, and then I went to my room and I never shaved. Like, you know, which is possible.
So there was that one thing, because I wanted to jumpstart, because there was a time when I fell off.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. If I do this thing for 10 days, I jumpstart my body into like a full cleanse, and then I go into it. Guys, it doesn't work like that. You can't be eating a certain type of food over a long period of time and then take it away from your body and go cold turkey. You cannot do that.
So also guys, like, the aim is not to lose weight rapidly. Like, losing weight rapidly is not healthy. You're most likely to put it back on.
It's not sustainable. So that's why I emphasize the diets. I'm not a fan of that. I prefer it being a lifestyle, because in a lifestyle you have the room to, if I want a burger, I can eat a burger when I want.
Bitch, you want a burger? Eat a burger. Bitch, you want some French fries? Eat some French fries.
Exactly. And one burger is not going to make you gain weight. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
And that's the thing also. We think, oh my gosh, I ate this chips, I'm screwed, it's done.
It's over for me.
Love your body.
Also, like, for me, again, it's a very personal journey. I would like to lose weight.
Yeah.
Just because I think that I would be happier.
Right.
Not even smaller, but like fitter. I just want to be fitter. I want to be healthier.
Right.
So, like, I'm at a point in my life where it's not necessarily about size.
It's about the health part.
It's about the health part. So, if you are at the size at which you're at and you're comfortable and you feel healthy and you're happy with that, then fuck everyone else. It literally is about what is best for you. And guys, this thing of us like all following suit, we all confident to one size something.
We cannot.
We're all very different people for a reason. You know what I mean? So I think you have to just make peace with what you have.
Absolutely.
Let's also be realistic, girlies. You know what I'm saying? I've had some friends who are like, I want to be slim. You're not even slim. I want to be Miss Thickums. And these are coming from the smallest girls. And you literally like, show me. Be serious.
We drive ourselves insane.
Yeah, like
by these crazy, weird, warped like aspirations to look like these people that you don't know what that person's doing as well.
Also, I'm very aware that like my body, see who thinks I suffer from body dysmorphia. I should actually ask her if she still thinks that.
You do to an extent. I can back that. No. And it's okay.
Question, tell me what you think about it. I don't know. It's because I don't know how big, not big I am. I don't know my size.
Yeah.
So often when I see people, I try to be like, oh, am I that size? Because I can't really
see yourself.
See it. Yeah. But also I do know that a big my insecurities started coming through in high school, because again, the white boys would make comments about the black girls' bodies in comparison to the white girls' bodies, or the scars on our legs, or like how our bums were bigger, you know, and they didn't like that. So, were you gonna bump on my boot? Were you gonna bump on my boot? Because it was never gonna be for you.
Even if you liked it, you couldn't.
You couldn't, babe. So I know that I've felt a lot of pressure to look a certain type of way, or to have a certain type of body via niggas. Even on Twitter, you know, like, we're getting better in that we're celebrating other people's bodies and different body shapes, but there is the one predominant body type 100%. That is shown. And subconsciously, if you don't have that, it really will get to you, because you just think like, oh, this is common. Like every second woman has this body. Why don't I have it? And you start to beat yourself up about it. And then you start to realize that like, lamao, that's not the case. Just because it's represented the most in media doesn't mean that's the reality of it. And I'm constantly having to remind myself that like, girl, I will remember that.
Honestly,
pump the brakes.
So I think also, as much, and a lot of people don't realize Guti, sometimes, I mean, you go into the gym, and you're like, what's going on, and I think like, we need to remember like, it is 80% what you eat, and like, you know, and yeah, I guess chim and sisi, and then see make these every day,
it doesn't work.
My primary school self could do that
every day.
And have the six pack that I want. But yeah, so just remember that, and please be kind to yourself. Your body responds to how you treat it. If you are stressed, sometimes stress makes water retention, and then you don't lose weight. And also when you're gonna go on a fitness journey, please do your research. Like don't just
throw yourself at everything.
Exactly. That works for someone else as well. We have different body types. You know what I mean? We're built differently, we hold weights differently, there's different workouts that help us differently, there's certain foods that help us differently. So please.
Also, sorry, I'm just thinking about like, you know, the comments I just said about the boys. It's crazy because like, I remember questioning my blackness because I don't necessarily have
skinny waist, big whatever.
I don't have the typical black body, you know? And I remember at first I was like, dude, and my mom's family used to actually bully me about that.
Dude, same. Dude, I used to get bullied like, shrappa.
Bro! Guys, first of all, I'm 11. What am I gonna do with the big bum?
I run every day. Where's my bum gonna come from? Like,
it's also like we've corrected things are better for us now.
You know? I get it. I know the workouts that work for you.
But yeah, I remember just like I was teased about it, and I was like, guys, why is it such a big deal? Why is it a big deal that I don't have a big bum? Why is it a big deal that I don't have like a tiny waist with like, it's not a big deal. And I think also as black people we need to let that go. Like stop having your children about not having big boobs or big bums. What is that gonna do? What is that gonna do? It's nice to have.
They woke up and chose.
Friend.
Also, like,
actually, you know, I have a major bond to pick with my mom and her family because I got those jeans from you. So, Niti.
So, what you gonna say about it?
What you gonna say about that? Go back.
Guinea.
And I boogie Guinea because they have big bums. But you know, you guys, you know what I mean.
Yeah. And I think also another thing. Obviously, you go through high school, whatever. I mean, primary school, and then you hit puberty. And your body starts holding weights in a different kind of a way.
A different way.
And you're like, what?
Yeah.
And also, that's where it comes from again, family.
I just feel like when it comes to weight, you experience, there's so much external pressure. Like, and already people need to understand that most of the time that person is at war with themselves and is unhappy with how they look. Yeah. Same. So you don't, there's no need to make a comment, you know?
There really isn't.
Let that person, also if you want to like, I feel like there's ways to guide. You know, I'm not saying my mom can't call me out if I've like gained weight, because sometimes you don't notice these things. But there's just, you know, my mom's not the problem, it was her family. My mom's
Also, sometimes just don't offer advice to people that they didn't
ask for.
Like, I didn't say I want to lose weight.
I didn't say that.
It's a choice. It's a choice. Different people. Some people go on journeys to gain weight.
Yeah.
And how do you know the person comes like this? That's what they want, and that's what they're happiest with.
Yeah. And it's also like same thing. If someone is to lose weight, guys, weight is very tricky because as much as you may want to compliment, you may want to compliment someone, but at the same time they may have lost weight they may have dropped drastic weight for all the wrong reasons, or like due to other, you know, like illnesses or whatever. Yeah. So I just think when it comes to ways, tula uti, tui. that is our advice. But honestly, to all of you that are watching this, you are beautiful the way that you are.
Please
love your body, because it does so much for you daily. It gets you through so much.
It really does.
Take care of your body in whatever way, however that may translate to you. Don't starve yourself. Be kind to yourself.
Please.
And
I think also, like, again, research, again, love the body that you're in, because the body that you love is the body that's going to work for you
fully.
And also, please be realistic also with yourself. Don't say, I want to lose 10 kgs in a week. My sister, I'm guaranteeing,
if that was the case, we all would have, you know what I'm saying? Everyone would have.
If you do lose that 10 kgs in a week, that is not healthy in some way
also,
or another.
There's a very good chance it will come back very quickly.
It will come back as quickly as it left. So also, I mean, not everyone, find what works for you. I personally enjoy working out and training and like lifting when the gyms are open. Some people don't. Some people prefer to do yoga. Some people prefer to do road running.
Forms
do what
of
works
exercise.
for you. If it feels like torture, not because your body's just tired, if it feels like you're dreading it, like you actually just like, I hate what I'm doing, like I hate it with all of me, let it go. Because also it's going to be very hard for you to be consistent in something you hate. You're not going to do it. You're not going to look forward to it. You're gonna, and that's not the point. And I mean, everything comes with discipline at the end of the day. When you make a choice, stick to it. And just daily, just remember why. And if you fall off, like me, 100 times, like me, you have every day is a new day to start. Absolutely. You get to start over as many times as you want until you get it right. It's your journey. No one else's. Don't let people put pressure on you. Don't. Okay, I think that's all from us. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will be seeing you guys sometime soon. Hasta la vista.